What's up guys, this is the Spoon Dude back with another custom figure video. This time it's on my custom Marvel Legends Spider-Man based on his advanced suit from the PS4 exclusive video game. The base figure here is the Legends movie Spider-Man from Homecoming, and I used it because as good a figure as it was, I ended up replacing it with the much superior Mafex Spider-Man figure. And with the Mafex one taking the place of the Legends as my go-to Marvel Cinematic Universe Spider-Man, the Legends one was now free for me to customize with a clear conscience. I turned this into PS4 Spider-Man specifically as I just loved how the game suit looked. And yes, I know Hasbro is coming out with an official one later this year, but I really don't like how the costume details on that one are just done with paint deco. When you look at the in-game model, there's panel lining, visible seams, the white sections are raised over the red parts, which are in turn layered over the blue. It's a lot like the way movie costumes are designed, with lots of texture and detail, and I really thought the suit deserved more than the flat paint deco treatment of Hasbro's. So, I got to work doing my own version. I took apart the figure, sanding all the joints as well as areas where I'd apply a lot of sculpting, specifically the front and back of the torso. Starting with the head though, I liked the original head for this version, so all I changed was the eyes. I sculpted them to be larger than the original figure since the game does have bigger lenses than the Homecoming mask eyes. The game eyes also protrude off his face a little more, and you can see I tried capturing that here. I sculpted most of the details of his costume as per the game suit, adding in the white sections on his lower arms and hands, the additional red extensions of his upper legs, and the various blue, kind of lines that break through the red. You'll notice I also smoothed out the lower legs and feet, as this version doesn't have the traditional Spidey boots. I also sculpted some of the patterns he has on his feet. You might have noticed his shoulders are a bit beefier than the original figure, as I re-sculpted them to fit a little better with the wide torso, and while I think it does look a little bit better, it does unfortunately restrict articulation. And of course, probably the most prominent and distinct feature of the PS4 Spidey, the white logos. You can see on the front there, it's relatively accurate to the game, if not a bit more unpolished and rough looking. I think it looks pretty alright though. The back spider is a different story. You'll notice that it looks quite chunky and it's not even accurate. When sculpting it, I struggled fitting in the original design on his back, seeing as the butterfly joints of the toy limited the space I had to work with. I made a conscious decision to just make the spider leg stick out, then cut off at the blue seams, similar to the front logo, though seeing it now I think I may rework it to be more accurate once I have more time to work on it more. For now, it's not quite what it should look like. For paint, I used the basic red, white, black, and a little bit of gray for the seam lines that you can see right there. And I mixed a cobalt blue with a more kind of greenish blue to try and make it match the game colors. I'm fairly pleased with the paint job, minus the white sections, which came out pretty chalky and looks super rough. I might try other paints or techniques to try and make it look smooth. As for accessories of the figure, he just has an alternate set of hands like the original figure, and I also sculpted the white details on those. And lastly, you can see I added magnets on his feet, which I actually added to the figure long before I made him into a PS4 custom. They're kind of weak, but they do add to the fun of the figure, and you'll also see I painted the bottom of his feet right there. Overall, I'm pleased with how the figure came out, and even though it's unpolished and needs some more fine-tuning, I'm glad I made it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, tell me your thoughts on the figure in the comments below, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And most importantly, thanks for watching.